Hi there, I hope you're all doing really well. So I've done a few bits and pieces about Dubai and life in Dubai, but one thing that I thought would be of particular interest would be sharing a few things that I miss the most about life back in the UK. So I thought this might be a topic of interest, especially if you're considering making a move out to Dubai, so stay tuned to find out. Okay, so first things first, it goes without saying that friends and family are right at the top of the list. I think a lot of people are in the same boat when it comes to living out in Dubai, in that a lot of people move out here on their own. It's very much part and parcel of life out in Dubai. It's not the easiest at times, but it is what it is. But I think it kind of helps in that because everyone is in the same boat, people club together and, people form very strong and close friendships. Okay, so next up is the humble Cornish pasty. I mean, this is very subjective. I'm personally from Cornwall, and so that's a big part of my childhood and growing up and everything. I've not yet managed to track down a proper Cornish pasty here in Dubai, so that's very much something that I miss. Okay, the third thing on the list is Pret a Manger. So they don't actually, to my knowledge, have it out here. If you're unaware as to what Pret a Manger is, it's a cafe chain, and I just really like the coffee that they serve there and the fresh snacks and sandwiches and things. It's always really good quality. But yeah, they don't have it out here in Dubai. I believe they've got one in Dubai Airport, but actually in Dubai I've not come across one. My Pret a Manger alternative here in Dubai is Cafe Batil. I absolutely love that place. The coffee is great, the food's great, so yeah. So the next thing on the list is good old British humour. Now, there are a lot of British people living out here in Dubai, but I think the fact that it's so international here, the population is made up of 90% expats, you do have to be a bit more considerate about the fact that there are lots of different types of humours and senses of humours, and you have to be considerate of that. So yeah, I think that it's just being mindful about the jokes that you make. Not necessarily that they would offend someone, just that they may go over someone's head. I really miss nature. I grew up in the countryside in a very rural, small village, and obviously living in Dubai, right in the city centre, is kind of the polar opposite to what I'd kind of known growing up, and so I'll always miss nature and the countryside. Obviously in Britain we've got some really beautiful countryside, and that is also the case here for the UAE. You just kind of have to go a bit further out to experience it. I mean, the incredible mountain ranges and the beautiful desert scapes are just unspeakably beautiful. So the changing seasons is something that I miss quite a lot from back at home. I mean, in Britain you have 4 seasons, although winter seems to take up the majority of them. Going through spring and then summer, and I suppose just being able to vary your wardrobe more. I love wearing kind of winter fashion and then summer fashion, so that's something that I miss a bit. Sometimes I do miss a slightly slower pace of life, again because I'm from a small village in the sticks back in England. Here in Dubai it's all go all the time, which is fantastic. It's very exciting, there are things happening all the time, new people to meet, but I think sometimes just being able to relax and take it easy and just kind of being able to recharge, that's something that I miss from back at home. And the final thing on the list is historic architecture. So because Dubai is such a new and emerging city, all of the buildings are brand new and it's very sparkly and modern, which is fantastic. I love modern architecture. However, I also really love old architecture, and that's something that you probably need to travel a bit further out to experience. In Britain, obviously, a lot of the infrastructure is incredibly old, hundreds of years old. So that's one thing that I do miss a little bit, is just the beautiful old architecture. So that wraps it up. I hope this has been of interest to some of you. If you're considering moving out to Dubai, do check out some of my other Dubai videos, or feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is @KetaHawkins, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you so much for watching.